Well, I do lots of different things. Everything that I do is very research-based. We use all of the data that we get from the kids. We collect data from them 3 times a year, in addition to the fact that we use ThinkLink and other instruments like that to collect data. A lot of my small groups will be determined or are determined by that data. Sometimes the groups change depending on what the reading skill is for that week or whatever day that, what skill that we're using or that we're covering. Everything that we do is very hands-on, very interactive. You will not see the kids filling in a worksheet or doing long passages of writing. As I'm doing the small group in my mind, I'm usually checking them, using that as just some spot check to see kind of how they're doing with the skills or with whatever we're doing. And I brought 3 examples today of some activities that I use in my room, and I'm going to talk about the activities and how I also differentiate those activities based on the data that we collect with the students. The first activity that I have, these are our leveled readers, and they do come with our reading series. And the great thing about these is I can use them for many uses. Usually on Mondays I use them for vocabulary, and what we'll do is we'll find the words in the leveled reader. And with my low group, we use these whisper phones because after we find the word, I'll read the sentence to them. I'll ask them to echo read back the sentence to me, because a lot of the kids in my low group or below level group need a lot of practice with fluency. So we will do that. They will do that. They will echo read. Then they will pick up their whisper phone and echo read again so they can hear exactly how it sounds, and if they read it the way that I asked them to. The on-level group, we find the words as well, and we read the sentence, and we discuss the words. And then my advanced group, we find the words, we read the sentence, and after we discuss the words, I will ask them to use those vocabulary words in a new sentence, so I'm checking to make sure that they're understanding and applying that in a new context. Another activity that I have, this is called Quizmo Analogies, and the great thing about this is it's already leveled for me. It has a level A and a level B. In level A, I will use my below level and my on grade level group with the level A because the analogies are a little bit easier. One of our skills in 5th grade is for them to understand how words are related to each other and be able to read an analogy and understand it. And then for my advanced group, they use the blue cards. The words are much more challenging. The vocabulary is much more challenging, but based on the data, it shows that they're able to handle that larger and more difficult vocabulary. And then the third activity that I will do in my small group, this is a cause and effect chart. This is one example that we use. And with all the children, when we do cause and effect, we'll read through the story. We'll identify the causes and the effect. And I do that with all 3 groups. And then I will differentiate after I will do this. I would put up, if I have this same chart, I would put up another story for my below level group. Like this story I would put up, and I will take off, and I will take out and leave. I will put in a few causes and a few effects, and then have them identify, after we've read the story, what card matches with the card that is already there in the chart, and then we identify them as being cause and effect. And the great thing about these, you can check it on the back too, so later on I can put them in a learning station, and they can do these in at their learning stations too. With my on grade level group, they would get the story, and they would have none of the cards here, and we would go through the cards and we would place them in the chart. And then for my above level group, there are several stories that come, for instance, with this cause and effect. Each one of them would get a story and have to put it in put their own cause and effect down, and then they would just share that with the group. So those are just a few of the activities that I do in small group.